Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lock Pod, Season 10, Episode 21, the Midwest's most dangerous podcast.
It cracks me up the things that we hear right before, like...
We'd be nationally recognized if the stuff we said before we went on air could actually be on air.
Yeah, true. Who's our... Well, two things. One, before Tom reads our episode sponsor, I want to... or why don't you read the episode sponsor?
Well, Episode sponsor today is Powering Indiana, Lake County. IBEW Local 697 and NECA proudly introduced Powering Indiana, Lake County. With over a century of experience, they've been safely wiring the region. Powering Indiana, Lake County is your trusted source for electrical professionals. Visit 697jatc.org to join us as we continue to light the way for Northwest Indiana.
I wanted to thank
our
earlier
sponsor.
Yes, sir. Thank you to Powering Indiana, Lake County, our episode sponsor. I wanted to thank Kyle's parents. Yes, Pauline and Bob, for picking up this awesome Buc-ee's T-shirt and leaving it for me. We talked about me not being able to stop at Buc-ee's because it freaked me out earlier in the year. So. Thank you to those guys for letting me.
They should have got it personalized with the compass on the back.
There you go. Well, this is enough. So.
Hey, Eva. Morning.
Good morning.
Whoa.
Podcast. What's up, Lock Pod?
Look
This
at
is
that.
like Eva's. This is like Mayor's old work wife in the house.
I know. Yeah, welcome back. Good to see you again. She operated under an alias when she was on the show before.
Oh yeah,
Lisa.
when we were trying to get her on Bumble.
Yeah, how's that working out?
Yeah,
it's dead.
Well, it worked out well. We had Araya
had a baby.
We had a baby out
at
of
the end of the day, Araya is probably thanks to Lockpod.
Araya's middle name should be
here.
Her middle name should be Lockpod.
You're right. Should be Araya Lockpod. Yeah.
Disrespectful that it didn't go down that way.
Sorry.
What is her middle name?
Hope.
All right.
Whatever.
That's cute.
Not as good as Lockpod.
Yeah, Lockpod. Lockpod would have been
Araya
more catchy.
Hope.
Araya Lockpod.
Araya Lockpod Hope.
What was that? We came up with a pet name a couple shows ago. What was it?
Oh, for what? For who?
No, remember I said I wanted to name my dog. It was like Pac-Man or something like that. What was it?
God, I don't remember.
Don't you remember? It was a couple
goes right
shows
out of
ago.
my head, man.
Calculator or something like that. It was just a random. Ask the audience. Remember, we said it like 4 times. Like, come here, like, calculator.
Someone will remember.
Yeah,
someone
please
smarter
remind me.
than us.
Yeah,
but Eva, thanks for coming in.
People pay attention to Lockpod. Yeah, thanks, Eva. What's going on in your life, by the way? I know the big game is tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Why are you sporting all that like swag? What's going on?
Yeah, what is this?
Calumet College is going to the championship tomorrow.
For what sport?
Sprint football.
And why do you care about
sprint
Calumet
football?
College?
Is what? It's like 7-on-7, right?
No, it's full. It's 11.
It's a weight. Like when I was in college, they used to be called lightweights.
Okay.
Out east, and they were 165s or under. Now I think they've changed that.
I think it's like
higher.
180 or something like that.
Because Americans are fatter now.
Probably, yeah. Americans are bigger and fatter.
There's like 1% of the American adult popation below 165.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, yeah, we're gonna like lift it up.
I'm
to
not in that population.
180.
But I'm talking men.
Men, we're not talking about you and your weight. We wouldn't do that to you. But it used to be a big...
If it was sprint football, all 3 of the men in this studio would not
be on the lightweights.
Right? I'd be like the freaking offensive lineman if I could lose 40 pounds.
They used to be a big sport out east, and now it's spreading. And Cal College, I think this is their first or second year? Second year of lightweights. And so tell us why you care about Cal College, Calumet College of St. Joseph, located in Hammond, Indiana's sprint football team.
So both of my boys are on it.
That's awesome.
Former Whiting Oilers, right?
Yep.
And
And Mayor coached one of them as well.
Yeah, in baseball.
Yep.
There you go.
Tony are great athletes, and they're playing college football, which is very cool.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, just kind of wrapping this into why the mayor is involved in all this is that one of the things the mayor did with his administration was donated land, redevelopment land to Cal College to allow them to build a football field, which they're going to do, I think, in the next year or two, right? Which is really cool. Where the dorms are.
We're working on that.
Working on it. Okay. So.
Yeah.
And don't be getting ahead of yourself.
Sorry, I got excited
like, put me
there.
on the spot.
Yeah.
Cal College.
Congratulations, Cal College.
Yeah, they I think they play Lockpod in court again. Lockpod's been played in live court way too often. I've noticed that.
I saw that lawyer who played it late recently.
Oh, really?
And he said, he said, we were having a conversation about that issue and not about just about the overriding issue. And he was like, how's Lockpod going? And I was like, oh, you haven't been listening? He goes, no, but I'm going to soon, just in case, because I want to make sure. I said, just in case I need to play it in court again. Yeah.
I'll be listening again there, bud. Our freaking insurance. Our insurance agents are listening, man.
I hope not.
I hope not also.
Well, welcome, Eva. By the way, I got to bust Tom out on something.
Jesus.
From yesterday. So
Eva's not going to like this.
She's not going to like this.
No.
We were pre-showing.
Great.
And we were talking about, let's get Eva on. She called about the boys.
It was my idea.
It was your idea.
Right.
Totally your idea.
So you're trying to freaking screw me.
No. I'm giving you credit for Eva. You totally made you're like, we got to
I
have
don't
Eva
even know
on.
why you're saying this.
Keep
He's
going.
He's
Keep
gonna hurt your
going.
feelings, Eva.
And he goes,
hurt you.
he goes, let me call her real quick. And we're sitting pre-showing, right? And he goes, let me call her real quick. And he's going through his phone. He goes, oh shit, she's not in my favorites anymore.
What?
Dude, that's not true, Kevin.
What?
That is not true.
And he had to look you up under E, and he had to find your phone number, and then he had to hit it. And I was
That's
like,
not true. It's
I
not,
was
you're
like,
on my
what does it
favorites.
take to get
That's
out of the
sad.
favorites?
Kevin's making shit up.
That is a stab to my heart right now.
Get out of here. I don't know why you would tell her that, dude. There's like stuff that's
I'm
not
not in
supposed
the
to make it to there.
favorites?
You're
You
right.
are my favorite, Eva.
But
okay.
but you're just not on his favorites anymore on his phone. But I was
He's about
like,
to
he was
cry.
like stunned. He
I
was like,
am. This
he was
is
like,
devastating.
oh shit,
Good
she's not on
job.
my
Good
favorites
job.
anymore.
Take like our guest out.
We want
mentally
emotions
before the
to
show.
span the
Good
gamut,
job.
though.
You're doing
Maybe
a
I
hell of
should
a
just
job.
leave.
I want to go.
Come
for
on
it.
in, Eva.
Just
We're
leave.
gonna make you cry. Then we're gonna make you laugh. Then we're gonna challenge you physically. It's
Let
like
me
what?
just leave. Let me just leave.
Get
I
out of
think
here.
It's
I
time
love
to go.
Eva. Eva and I were a wedding or a couple for 12 years.
I know.
Yeah.
A work couple for 12.
Absolutely.
What an
12 years?
unfortunate
Yeah.
presentation that just was.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you,
Shut up,
Senator.
Todd Young.
Well, outside of City Hall, we were also.
What?
Whoa!
Oh,
Stop! Uh-oh.
Marissa's listening.
Uh-oh, hold on.
And there.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
What were Tom and Eva outside of City Hall?
I'm super interested in this as well.
I was your team mom. For
There we
baseball
go.
For
See?
several
Wow,
years.
I was getting nervous.
That pause was so good. Pregnant pause was so great.
I was like, where is this going?
I was your
Dude,
team
did I get
mom
drunk
for
one night?
So
Like-
many years.
Yes.
How could you forget that?
Are you serious? I don't forget that.
I mean, you're not in his
I'm
favorites,
I'm not in the
but that's how I
favorites
forgotten
anymore.
that.
That's,
Get the
that's,
hell out of here.
That's what happens.
Get out of here.
I
get
You're
it.
on my favorites.
I get it.
Oh, yeah? I bet you. Well, yeah.
Hey,
Shut
just
up,
to-
Kevin. You suck.
Yeah, just to change the topic. Speaking
Yeah.
of Todd Young,
Right.
Yeah.
did you guys know? I just saw this the other day. There's something called a candy desk in the Senate.
Yes.
You heard about this?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
in charge of
yeah.
it.
He's in charge of it.
Todd Young, yeah. I did.
Yeah.
That's how I knew about it. Yeah.
What
Wow.
kind of candy?
It's
So-
just
Probably
like
some cheap Republican shit. Candy corn.
he probably gets some
I
good
love
Indiana
candy
stuff, like
corn.
You're the only
Albanese.
person I've ever heard
No.
this say that. That's my typical joke.
What?
You
Do
do
you
not
like candy corn?
Okay, guys, stop.
Hold on.
There has
likes
been
candy
candy corn
That should
in
be
the mayor's
breaking news.
office all the time.
I thought it was a joke.
No, I love candy corn.
They were trying to keep the cost down.
Yeah.
And not use,
Like, come on.
Yo,
I
chat, do
love
you like
it.
candy corn?
Nobody
do you side
likes-
with Eva
I
or
love candy corn.
Dude, if I gave candy corn to people on Halloween, I'd get egged.
I think that's right. You should do a poll, John.
Here's
Remember
some
you used
good
to do
old
polls.
candy corn, son. Enjoy the day. Like, what is this, 1912?
I love candy corn.
By the way, Eva, you know what? Part of your new assignment is you don't have to go to Mayor's Night Out anymore.
Lucky.
Ooh.
Do you miss
Yeah.
Mayor's Night Out?
Yes.
No, you don't.
That
I
last-
do.
Lie.
You can
are
cover it
lying.
anytime.
I do.
You could cover it. You could go as a citizen. You could ask. You could
That's
say
right.
nice things about your mayor.
We haven't seen you there though. But
I know. I
sorry.
could have used it the other day.
Did you watch
What?
the one
I did
from-
not. What
Oh.
happened?
Oh,
I'm sorry. Okay,
good you're
so
here.
my life has been busy.
It has.
Oh, really? Not watching Mayor's Night Out, huh? That's
Now do
interesting.
you see why you're
I
not on the
tried
favorite?
to
That's
get.
interesting,
I
Eva.
tried to watch Loud
Really?
Pod every Tuesday and
Really?
Friday.
Oh, okay. So I,
just
don't
wanna
feel so
say,
bad about
it
the
is-
favorite list now.
It is rare for Mayor to stand up out of his
Yeah,
chair.
like, interesting.
I
oh,
don't think
no,
that's-
I don't listen to that shit anymore, right? I'm gone.
This makes sense why you're out of your favorite.
No
Out of his
shit,
favorites.
dude.
Wow.
Yeah. It's,
See?
yeah.
Kevin, now you're trying to defend him?
I mean,
Fresh
it's
candy
kind of
corn
making
is the
sense
best.
now.
What is
Yeah.
fresh
Thank
candy
you.
corn?
Thank
Jeff Riddle.
you.
Yeah.
Fresh candy corn? Have you ever
Is
had
there such
fresh?
a thing?
I have
No.
never. I think I do. I have had.
Candy corn.
But
Unfortunately,
it's like
I've
it's
had
soft
it.
and hot.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible when it's hot. It's terrible when it's cold.
I've never had
I love
fresh
candy
corn.
corn.
candy corn. All right.
Have you guys heard the conspiracy that
No.
all the candy corn we're eating now is from like the 60s?
I believe
can
it.
Totally
No,
see
it's
that.
true. They made so much that they're just,
I am not a
That is-
conspiracy
Look it up.
theorist.
They're
but I'm
making
in
it
on
in
that
the
one.
60s. They're like, Americans are going to be eating this stuff like,
exactly.
just keep on making it.
Somebody
Yeah.
made a lot of money on candy corn in the 60s.
All right, let's get to Mayor's
All
Night
right,
Out. For God's
so-
sakes, this is entertaining shit.
And
I-
just for
if you
maybe-
like watching your mayor get yelled at, stick around.
Oh,
This is-
no, I hate that.
Oh, I was getting hammered.
So Tom, just for
Oh,
our
that makes
listeners
me
or
so
viewers
mad.
that may be new to the show,
Yeah.
explain what Mayor's Night Out.
I've been doing Mayor's
Oh,
Night Out for 20
that's a
years.
mad face.
We started doing Mayor's Night Out 11 times a year, and we backed it down to 6 times a year because I have 6 districts. There was always that one odd district when we did 11 times a year. Somebody wouldn't get it twice. So we went down. We were like, why don't we just do it 6 times a year? We'll like open it up for 2.5 hours and let it last as long as it lasts. Like this one only lasted like 1:20.
If I remember right, I just remember this going back 20 years. You got this idea from one of your heroes of Indiana politics. I thought, wasn't it Governor Kernan?
Well, I got it actually
when he was mayor of South Bend.
It's gonna be embarrassing.
Oh, wouldn't it? Okay.
No, I got it from Rudy Giuliani's book.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Leadership. He was a mayor, and he talked about how to be a mayor practically, and I took a lot of recommendations from it. At that time, he was America's mayor.
He was.
Since that time, I've assumed that role myself.
Just ask your phone.
But anyway,
right.
Mayor's Night Out is open format. You could yell at the mayor.
And you have all your department heads there.
Yeah.
You discuss any issue that residents want to bring up within reason.
And if they want to call me an asshole, this is a perfect opportunity.
Let's see. Let's take a look. So this is Mayor at the Podium on Mayor's Night Out.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay.
Yes, frame it.
I'm going to frame it. So this lady is one of my biggest critics, and they get the opportunity to go on Go Ham on TV, which is seen by it's thousands of views each show. So like she's on Go Ham on TV. She's I don't know.
It's on Facebook Live.
And she obviously gets a chance to embarrass me. And this is right after I got elected to a 6th term, like unopposed, by the way. Okay,
This happened just this Tuesday.
Right.
Hi. How you doing?
I could be better.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was working a poll, and I encountered several people who were upset that there was no decent opponent to the mayor.
You should have run.
That's right. What?
You could have run.
Right.
Whoa.
You got anything pleasant to talk about? Or are you just gonna...
I don't think so, as long as you're mayor.
Okay,
What
good.
my
Let's move
question
on.
is
Listen, I'm not taking your personal insults. Go away. Like, seriously, I'm not going to sit here and get insulted by you. I don't need that.
Oh, love that.
So let's move on.
Oh.
And then she
That's
starts
good. Pause
screaming.
it. Wow, yes.
Yeah.
That is.
I love it when they start screaming at you in front of a packed audience. It's like total loss of decorum. With this meeting, lost decorum a few times.
It did. We're going to see that. I by the way, I just number one, credit to you for like keeping your cool.
All the time.
Yeah.
What am I
All
going to
the
say to
time.
her? What am I going to say to her? She's a walking contradiction. Like, honestly, I could so easily like shred her.
Mm-hmm.
She sits there and like embarrasses me publicly. She like gets a special thrill out of like.
You can tell by her expressions.
Oh, and she's just like that all the time. She's a constant asshole. Like you talk to her and she's just like, oh, it's horrible. This is horrible. What's going on? You're a horrible mayor. You're always like. She's just one of those people. It's like very lovely. I can't imagine. Yeah, she's just not a happy person.
I like the way you challenged her to run against you. That was awesome.
It's like, hey,
That
man,
is great.
she's surrounded by dozens of people that hate me. It's like, why don't you get one of those, idiots that you hang out with to run against me? And then, like, who knows? You'll probably get 30% of the vote, There's like a built-in core of people that hate me.
I don't think it's 30%.
But, like,
I don't think it's 30%.
I don't either.
Not even close.
It's more like 40. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right?
But it's like you didn't count me.
Honestly, there's one thing I've learned in 20 years. I've had a lot of people hating on me in 20 years. And there's one thing. My analogy is this. Hate is like an acid in your body, and it kills you. It does. I've seen it. And this lady carries around hate all the time. She has a special place in hell for me. Like, she walks around just hating on me. I have no idea who this lady is. She just, like, is convinced I'm the devil and walks around angry all the time, and you watch. Mm-hmm. Seriously. Look at her already. She's unhealthy as hell. Like, it's hate. And I'll guarantee you I'm not the only one she hates like this. So she walks around every day of her life pissed
Miserable.
off, hating on people, and you watch. Your body responds accordingly. I've seen it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Next clip, John. What do we got?
Okay, so this is
Is he still getting hammered?
Oh, this was a fun night.
This is a good one.
Eva, we're just getting started.
Goodness.
See, what other
gracious.
politician has a podcast and rips on themselves?
Self-deprecation
Well, you look
is
happy in that picture.
one of my favorite things about you.
No, Eva, that's my I don't give a shit look.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's like I just got back from vacation.
It's like, geez, Pete, like, why the hell did I run for another term? Look, that's that look. Okay, so this is a lady that's a nice lady that's convinced the reason her street project's not getting done is because somebody's playing a political trick on her. Mm-hmm. Okay, she's convinced. Instead of the fact of lack of manpower and an assortment of other issues that go wrong on huge construction projects,
right.
She's convinced that we're playing a joke on her.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that project taking so long? The people of Hessville are very concerned about why it's taking so long.
Okay.
Now there are,
All right.
I have opinions to myself, and I'm sure many people here will agree with me but I'm not going to go into that part of it. But why is it taking so long?
All right.
And I think politics has something to do with it. Thank you.
Okay.
Seems like a nice
All right.
enough gal.
I'm just sitting there like, okay.
She went from like, I have reasons why I'm not going to get into it,
Yeah.
I'm
to
gonna get
I
into
think it's
it.
political.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, there's one thing I know about the unions right now. They're all at full employment. And the companies have overextended themselves because there's so much money out there from the federal government to do so many jobs. So all these companies have all this work spread out all over the place. We're one of those jobs. Instead of like getting into details like this, she's sitting back like the mayor is screwing with
Politics.
us. Politics.
It's all his
evil.
cronies.
It's like, There was another one that day. They were like, why did the light project end here? Did you guys do it because you don't like me? And it's like, no, actually the project just ended there. That's mysteriously, it's like a block. Boom. It went to the 6400 block and stopped.
Yeah, I mean, even
It's
on this
like-
one, you actually, right after this, and I'm not going to get into the details of it, but, you turned it over to the city engineer, and he had a very
Right.
easy explanation on what happened. And it was, it was delayed because of a utility. So,
This next one is, this guy, Ken, is one of my critics. He's an environmentalist. There's a project that we need to do, unfortunately, and it's going to unfortunately impact some natural areas of Hammond. And Ken is going to chainsaw himself. He's going to chain himself to a tree before this project goes down. Mark my words, okay? But this is him screaming in Mayor's Night Out off the microphone. We couldn't shut him up. I thought he was trying to get arrested.
this is after you complimented him and said, like, hey, I just want everybody
We
to know.
need
I
guys
don't-
like this
I don't-
guy.
Yeah, we need like these guys like this in town. Is it fun for me? No, but do I appreciate Ken and all his people here because they care about the city? And
Right.
It's good to have people like Ken around.
And then,
And here we go.
This is what we get.
This is the response.
100%
infeasible.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to relitigate this, Ken. We just did. It's called an election. It is. We just had an election. And you ran on this and you lost, Ken. Like, it's like you're trying to, like, run for office again, and I'm done with it, honestly. I know. Yeah, ask it. What's the question?
Well, he came up with a figure of 10 million.
Hold
also,
it, hold
but
it.
at the end
Who
of
came up with this?
the
We're
INDOT
not
public
doing it.
hearing
Listen,
exposed that. It was
Ken,
INDOT public hearing.
Listen,
They sent out
Ken,
all the documents.
all due respect, we're done with this. There's people here for Mayor's Night Out, not Ken's Night
The
Out.
INDOT public hearing said $10 million.
All right,
Where he's coming up with $30 million.
right. Thanks. Listen.
Poor Eileen.
Okay. Ken, we're not doing this ourselves. Oh, okay. All right. You're in a school. It's Mayor's Night Out, Ken. It's Mayor's Night Out. People don't scream in town halls, Ken. Shut up, Ken. Seriously. Sit down. You're at Mayor's Night.
Then you know what? This is a political rally. It should not be held in a public area.
This is a political rally now. I've been doing Mayor's Night Out longer than you lived in Hammond, dude. All right, sit down, Ken. Seriously.
Look at it. Look at
And
this
then
guy behind Ken here. Go back. It's like, what the
Hell is going on? I just came to ask a question about my garbage.
It's like, holy crap. It was a shit show.
Then he sat down. I think he said, "That's bullshit." He screamed that.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
did.
Yeah,
he screamed
was
out loud
pissed.
in the
Yeah.
school. Right.
Do you notice how Eileen, like, let me go scroll back. She never knows, like, should I pull the
Oh,
mic
I
away?
know.
Should I not?
She knew
what
it
do
was
I
going.
do?
This is going south. You could tell. She's like, "Holy shit!" Like
Eileen's
this
getting
Mayor's
outta
Night Out
here.
sucks.
Battle pay for that
Yeah.
night.
So
Yeah.
this is at the end of the Mayor's Night. This is my little summary. I was like pretty pissed off. I'll be honest with you. I was getting whipped on the whole time, and I don't think I really deserve it. But I mean, I guess if you're an elected official nowadays, the public just gets to come up and kick your ass for no reason at all. Like even if you're like doing the right thing and trying to work hard like I do, you just get to get whooped whenever somebody's angry that there's a bird in their tree. There's a lady saying there's a bird in my tree. My tree is alive. There's a tree in front of my house. It's your tree. I want you guys to take it down. We're like, we can't take down a live tree. We have probably 250,000 trees in Hammond. She's like, but there's birds in there and they keep shitting on my sidewalk. And I have bird shit on my sidewalk in
all
front
over
of my house.
and dead birds.
And you guys got to take this tree down. So they didn't take the tree down, right? And first off, I have nothing to do with this shit, right? I'm a fucking mayor. I don't litigate bird shit in trees, okay?
Wait, this is a true story.
This
no,
happened at
this
Mayor's Night.
happened.
So she's like, so then I paid $1,000 and I took the bird shit tree down. And we're like, okay. And she's like, the problem is my neighbor got their tree down taken by the city. And I'm like, okay. Well, she's like, that's bullshit. I had to take my tree down. Then you guys take my neighbor's tree down. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know what the tree situation is on your block,
This must
ma'am.
be politics.
It's like, are you freaking kidding me? You really think you can come to mayor's night and say, Mayor, there's a tree on the 6600 block of Kentucky. There's a bunch of birds in there and they're shitting on the sidewalk. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I'm like, you know how many goddamn trees are in the city of Hammond?
It
like,
is a very good window into your world.
It's like, I mean, and I'm trying to like be a professional, but I'm like, ma'am, I'm the mayor. I have no idea what the tree status is on your block. I just don't. I don't know what the tree status is on my block. I live there.
And by the way, the city does have an arborist, and she talked to him, and they're dealing with it, and they're trying to figure it out. You know, yeah, true. It's true at the park department. You know. So.
All right, let's go next. This is my summary on the way up.
Obviously, we're not making everybody happy. We were compared to Gary today. I was told I was the worst mayor in the history of the state of Indiana. But I can promise you this. Every single day I go into City Hall. Every day on Sundays I go to City Hall. Every day. I work hard for you. It's a freaking hard city to be the mayor of. People are always taking our stuff. People are always swinging at us. Nobody ever wants to help us. And I'm out there every day chipping away. And it sucks to come in here and just get hammered on and get called names. It does. It's hard. So I just, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me, but just, I see what goes on in Washington, D.C., and I always think we have it so much better in Hammond because people are nicer. And then it makes you wonder sometimes when you just get called names. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too honest. God bless you guys. I'm going to keep on working hard. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mayor,
Let's go. So
I'm mic drop.
I
I'm
wanna
mic
cry
drop.
right now.
You did do a mic
after
drop.
that.
And I
That's
got a
all
little
right,
tear in
Eva.
my eye.
No, I didn't. I was just sick
That
of
makes
it.
me so angry.
I know.
When
It sucks.
people attack you like
But
that.
by the way, I thought it was great that you did that at the end. I was really happy you did that because and by the way, I thought it was good. You said, "Look, I'm not asking for your pity. I'm not
Right.
asking you to feel sorry for myself. I'm
I
just
ran
telling you,
for
like,
this.
yeah, I get it, but this is bullshit."
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. When people there's first off that Linda lady, she's my target because she's a jerk.
It wasn't even a question.
She just
it was just her being. It was just her being mean.
I want to show up and personally insult him. That means you're a nasty woman. I mean, it really does. You walk around every day of your life being nasty. You're just not. I've never seen that lady's frown turn into a smile. If I did, her face would literally break because it's been for decades set in the frown position. It's just sad to see a sad person like that.
The part where she was like, you said you should have ran against me. And she just it was almost like it was like this demon inside her. You could just see the evilness.
She was mean.
Yeah.
Speaking
of mean, this show has a theme, by the way. It does. The theme is
keep going.
Civility in America is gone. It really is. We're going to talk today about people saying nasty comments in public meetings. We're going to talk about people that intentionally hurt other people that cheat, people that this whole show is about government. It's about public meetings, about the breakdown of civilization. It's weird. And we didn't come in with a theme like that.
No.
But everything comes to us and we bring it to you. And all the stuff that's coming to us is negative. And it's people acting up in public, acting like jerks.
It just seems that it's getting more and more violent. Civil discourse is at a minimum, and it starts at the top. I mean, this all starts with our leaders. And if our leaders are starting fights and causing violence, then it trickles down. And next thing you know, it happens at local mayor's night out meetings or
if you're gonna
council
fight,
meetings.
If you're going to fight in Washington, D.C. at the highest level, the president's going to call names to people. You don't think it's going to filter down to your town council meetings? You're wrong. Let's take a look at a town council meeting we had right here in Highland that made national news this week.
Yep.
All right. You want to set this one up or you want me to?
Sure. I can just do a brief setup. So a Democrat in Highland, Indiana.
A friend of ours.
Great sweetheart woman.
Councilwoman Toya Smith.
Toya Smith. She's a sweetheart.
She happens to be African American. And she was caucused in because the other person didn't complete their term. So she was caucused in to a town that's a majority white.
Sure, I would say so. Yeah.
Highland's my neighbor. Highland's my southern neighbor. It's the town to the south of the city of Hammond. I know hundreds of people live in Highland.
We've had Councilman Shockey on.
And we have had Councilman Shockey on Lockpod. I have tons of friends and family that live in this town. It's a nice town.
Nice town.
Absolutely. Okay, but unfortunately in this nice town, there's some jerks.
Or at least somebody who, let's go through it. And then
Toya Smith is in the last council meeting, and this is literally one of her final council meetings. She just got done losing her election, and as she's speaking, somebody from the public
there's a Zoom component to this.
And they have access to the Zoom, and they're able to put stuff up. John, first off, this is interesting because John runs, John's in the IT department for the city of Hammond. Do our residents have the same abilities to be able to put whatever they want up on the screen, John?
Do we want to talk about this?
I hope not, because if there is, you and Chris need to get to work as far as I'm concerned, because I don't trust the public like that. And this is a perfect example because in this case, Toya was speaking, and while she's speaking, somebody from the public puts up a picture of a person, and it has the words, "I don't like N-words."
Yeah.
I don't like N-words. And it didn't say N-words. It had the repulsive, nasty word instead. Wow. While she's speaking in front of a live audience. And it was up for 20 seconds before it was taken down.
With like a really BS meme of an African-American guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it was taken down, and then it came back up later in the meeting one more time. And it's
the fact that it came back up is like, come on.
And so Toya at the very end is obviously disgusted and astonished and sad, and just got done losing her election, and now she's getting, called racial names in front of her colleagues.
I thought one of her, I thought her comment was great. She said, "I'm so disgusted right now that we cannot get past racism. I sat here and watched that we don't like ends up on that screen for the longest before it was taken down. It wasn't for like a second. I was just going to wait and see who was going to say something." She said, "Whoever put it up there, this end will be coming back. I'm not defeated, but it's disgusting.
Oh,
and I want to thank the voters for allowing this end to make history to serve." But I'll be
damn.
Was she saying the actual word in the meeting?
Don't know. I think there's a comment afterwards potentially.
But what was she saying? This end? Or was she
doubt it.
this?
I think she said probably the end. I think,
crap.
and good for
Holy
her to call that guy out.
No, man, I hate that word.
I know.
I hate that word.
So,
but of course, anybody that uses that word directed as a weapon at anybody else, I think it's approaching a federal crime status. I really do. I think especially if you're using it with certain means, you're trying to. I think that we should look at it like a crime. I honestly do. So. Maybe not necessarily a federal crime, but it's a crime. I think what happened in this meeting is a federal crime. I think the FBI should look at that. I really do. Because you're trying to intimidate
an elected official. I agree.
I think the FBI should be all over this personally, but what do I know?
Maybe they are. And I can say this.
I hope
know
they
that,
are, because they'll find this person.
From what I've heard in the investigation, the IP address was from out of state. So
who cares? They'll find
I agree.
It.
They'll
it's
find
the FBI.
It. Yeah.
If the FBI is looking at it, I hope this guy, whoever this person is, they go down hard.
Yep.
Because Toya is a sweetheart. And you know how difficult it is for a young African-American woman to run in basically an all-white town, and she's like so sweet and just trying to do her best, and then she gets beat.
Her job.
She gets beat, and let's be honest, probably race had a lot to do with it. I hate to say it, but race probably had something to do with it because it is an all-white town, and she's an African-American woman. And so she goes to her meeting, and she's saying goodbye to her colleagues, and then they flash a freaking derogatory meme twice.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's
Some
freaking
idiot.
terrible.
Some idiot does. And by the way,
they deserve to go to... Honestly, they deserve a federal crime. They deserve a crime. They deserve to be humiliated in public. They do. Whoever did this needs to go down. And by the way, the bad will for Highland... how horrible is this?
Oh, they were in damage control for sure.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and I mean,
so horrible.
I do want to credit. I saw a couple quotes. Mark Shockey, who's been on the show, he's also a retiring council member, said it's despicable. It's not welcome here. We absolutely should not accept it or tolerate it in any way. Whoever did that, you're not welcome here.
I believe him too.
I do too. You should not post like that. It's horrible that in 2023 we're still dealing with it. And he also said. He proposed to disable the screen share feature moving forward.
Yeah. He's a smart guy, man. Yeah. I know he rubs people the wrong way because he's aggressive and brash and Republican, but I think he's a smart guy. I think he did a good job.
And then the town issued a statement. For the moment, the video stands as a stark reminder that evil still lives among us, and we must be vigilant in protecting our society from such heinous acts. It'll be taken down. It's been reported to the proper authorities for investigative purposes. So hopefully they find out who did it.
You miss that stuff at all, Eva?
Not at all.
Isn't that horrible?
That is so sad. And I do love Toya. She's such an amazing woman.
Honestly, Eva, how long you've been gone? What, 3-4 months now? A little longer?
Yeah, a little longer.
Okay, but still, in the time you've left, it's gotten worse. It's ramping up. It's tightening. People are meaner. There's the number of complaints and messages, and it's we're heading in the wrong direction.
Yeah, this is sad.
Yeah.
Sad news.
Toya, I'm so sorry about what happened, Councilwoman. You are a sweetheart. You don't deserve that. And I know you know this. The people of Highland don't feel that way. The people of Highland are nice people. It's repulsive what's going on with her. I'm so sad about it.
Yep, we love you, Toya. All right, let's do some ads. Let's come back. And we've got a lot to talk about. Some scandals in college sports
football.
And
so it's all about scandal, cheating, stealing, it's all. So we're going to come back and talk about stealing and killing. Jeez, oh, Pete.
Yikes.
In sports.
What a great second segment we've got ahead.
In sports, by the way. It's crazy. So, all right, let's go. Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baltensberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time, always within budget. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today. Misprint, your partner for creating impactful visual solutions.
Cantrell and Cantrell. Cantrell and Cantrell attorneys at law. When you're facing legal challenges or injuries, they're here to guide you through the process. Their dedicated team, including John and Kristen Cantrell, is in court and at the jail every day ready to fight for your rights. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com and discover how they can make a difference in your case.
What a great read.
That was wonderful.
You know,
sounded awesome. Refreshing.
I should say Jill is in chat, who you are filling in for.
Jill.
Hi, Jill.
She's
Portugal.
on a bus
Hola, Jill.
in Portugal.
Well, I did tell Mayor yesterday I couldn't replace Jill. I don't even know what she does here, so I couldn't even do her job.
All I know is Kevin came in like 2 minutes before the show started, and he's like, Eva, you should be getting our coffee.
Where's
right
my
now.
coffee at, Eva?
I was joking, but I did say that.
Where's
I was
my
like, Eva,
coffee?
you know, the mayor's going to expect coffee. And
Where
mine, too.
did this rumor start? I know how to make my own coffee. Thank you.
Also, where's my water, Kevin?
I know, I forgot that.
Oh,
See?
geez.
We know who the real... All right, anyway.
Kirkland.
Yes. Calumet Brewing. Busch Light, the coldest and smoothest light lager, is calling you to embrace the great outdoors, the roar of NASCAR, and the joy of cracking a cold one. Celebrate life's moments with Busch Light, and then head over to Cal Brew on Facebook or Instagram for a chance to win a Busch Light Igloo Cooler. Visit Busch.com and their social media pages for exciting updates and events. Head for the mountains of Busch Light and enjoy beers and cheers responsibly.
Prestomer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestomer Insurance Agency has been your trusted neighbor right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. Their wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, and life insurance, has helped over 1,000 individuals and businesses throughout the Chicagoland area. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you. All right.
Thank you to our episode sponsor.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what I love is like sometimes our chat like fact checks us in real time.
Man.
Check this out.
I hate that.
Someone threw this link in chat after we
shit.
talked about Todd Young buying cheap candy. So he actually buys all Indiana candy for the candy desk.
Like Albany. Oh, yeah, there you
look
go.
at that. Albanese, some Sweet Tooth and Munster.
Yeah.
Representative.
I remember
in
this
DC.
story.
South Bend Chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this story.
Very cool.
I love how he says the Senate candy desk is the best thing going on in
It
Congress
might
right
be.
now. This is the best thing going on in Congress.
There's no doubt. That's the truest thing Todd Young has ever said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, chat.
Hey, I want to start off by saying this is not a sports talk show. It's not. But we are going to talk about sports in the next two segments because it involves our theme today. Our theme is lying, cheating, and stealing.
And violence.
Lying, cheating, and stealing. That could be our title today. But this is involved cheating. And Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is the coach of Michigan Wolverines football team. He was also the coach of the 49ers football team.
And he was also the
Stanford.
quarterback for the Bears.
He was coach at Stanford for a while. I think Jim Harbaugh I love college football, as most people know, and I think this guy is top quality. I personally think he's one of the best.
He also is at a team and a school that definitely does not need to cheat because of the talent they get in and the talent of their coaching staff.
Oh, whatever.
I mean, I don't think
there's a lot of talented college football programs.
I agree, but they're one of the top ones. Do they really need to cheat against Central Michigan?
They obviously do.
They do.
They did.
You think they needed? They
Dude,
did, but
you know what's
they?
interesting though? Like if you look back, could you pull up the record for Michigan Wolverine football team, John?
Mm-hmm. You mean this
is
year or
interesting.
just in
I
general?
didn't even over
forever.
the last 5 years.
5 years, okay.
Because they sucked, and all of a sudden, bam, they're great.
You think
That's
it was
true.
because of the cheat? That's maybe why you're saying they need to cheat.
What do I even Google for that?
Just pull up their record, their
The
win-loss
University of
record.
Michigan football
Win-loss record, and then see if we do over the last few years, what you'll notice is over the last couple of years they've gotten better. I think it's interesting, but they have this. This is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to take some research. That's
where's
kind of
Chat GPT? This is where Chat GPT comes
There it is
in.
right there. College
Right
football
here?
history stats records. Yeah. I'll do it.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, while he's finding the stats.
Oh, there it
Michigan was cheating. Michigan, and they admitted they were cheating. Jim Harbaugh just accepted a 3-game suspension from the Big Ten.
So what's your understanding of what happened?
What happened was they hired a young man. He was a coach on the Michigan football team. They hired him and bought tickets to all of their upcoming opponents, literally.
Away games.
And they would send this guy out into the stands on the, on
Multiple
their future
years,
opponent's
by the way.
side. For multiple years. They probably did it at Notre Dame. They did it everywhere. They have multiple sightings of this guy in the stands with a cell phone filming. So in college football, they have usually 3 people on the sideline with pictures,
Signs, yeah.
and they hold them up in their codes. 2 of them are decoys, one of them's real. And it's not that hard to figure out if you're looking at it, but usually people don't look at it because
Right.
you're watching the
You're
game.
coaching.
You're coaching or you're watching the game. But if you send a coach out there and they can film these placards and they film the formations on the field, you could figure it out. It's not like higher.
Yeah, I mean, so like the game film always shows what happens, right? It's from up top. Usually you can see the formations, everything. But this guy's also filming the placards, so you can see how they match up with whatever play they run.
Right.
And so, and I don't know if this is true, so I'm just gonna throw this out there as a total. This could be totally not true. But I had heard something that he was like in naval intelligence or some sort of like code breaker.
Okay, I don't know if that's true or not either.
If that's true, that's
but I think
pretty,
honestly, Kevin,
it's a good person to hire
Kevin,
for this. But
I think if you sent me, and I'm not a code breaker,
yes,
okay?
but you're a Navy guy.
But I think if I went out there and I filmed a team long enough and I saw the placards they're holding up and I saw the formations they ran, I think I can come up, if I did this over a game, I could come up with a pretty good idea of if the placard of Bucky's Beaver goes up, they're probably going to pass to this side. You start
Sure.
getting information. So what happens is they figure out their upcoming opponent's plays. And then when they see Bucky's Beaver get flashed up on a sign, they're like, it's a pass play to the right.
Sure.
So Michigan reacts accordingly.
Adjust their defense accordingly. And the Central Michigan coach flipped out. Like
he did.
Yeah, he's like, he's like, there is no way this can be
God,
happening.
I wish we had that
so
video. I should have.
often.
He literally, Eva was getting interviewed on the sideline, and they're like, you know how the coaches get interviewed at halftime?
Yep.
They're like, Coach, Michigan seems like they're all over today, and he's like, there's something going on. I'm going to talk to some higher ups. There's something going on about this.
He knew it.
He freaking knew in the game.
Yep.
He knew in the game. He's like, every time we do this, they're all over it. He knew. So, he knew at the end. It's weird because at the time you're watching the game, you probably don't know what the hell the guy's talking about when you're watching that game.
And the Big Ten has a rule: you cannot scout out away games.
So this is the weird thing in my brain. Like, let's say the Chicago Bears, they're obviously not doing this because they would be winning if they were doing it, right? But let's just imagine the Chicago Bears.
It might not even help them.
I think if the Chicago Bears were doing this, I don't think it's a big deal at all because it's pro football. And if you're stupid enough to put your plays in the public like that, you suffer the consequences. In my opinion, the only reason this is a big deal is because it's academics, college football.
It's
right?
college football. You expect them to be. It's still kids, really. Playing a game, and at its core. And these are the rules. You're not supposed to be cheating.
What do you think, Eva?
I
mean, you're a college football mom.
Yeah, I think that's terrible, actually.
Because they are kids. So, if it's going to be a pass to the right and the opposing team knows it's a pass to the right, it could be your kid catching that ball.
Hammered.
It takes away the purity of the game. It takes away the fairness of the game. And
what if Nino's the receiver on the right,
right,
and 4 of the kids know it's coming and they just pound the crap out of Nino?
And had they not stole the signs, they wouldn't know that. So it becomes more of a fair game. And by the way,
that goes back to what you're saying. They're kids. The kids have parents. We don't want kids
academic standards.
If you're a professional gladiator, so to speak, and then suffer the consequences, you're a pro. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Nino's not making millions of dollars.
Although I would say, don't
not
forget,
at all.
the Patriots got dinged for filming the Jets practice. I think so. I mean, it's happened in pro football as well. But that was
I don't know.
ago.
So all right. So anyway, cheating.
So the end of this is Big Ten and Michigan were in litigation over this, over Coach Harbaugh's suspension, and miraculously it got settled this week.
Well, so I'm going to be the college football analyst part of this. They played Penn State last week. Harbaugh missed that game. That was a big game.
And they won.
Michigan won.
Yeah.
So he already missed one of the big games. He has another big game in 2 weeks, but this week they play Maryland. Maryland's easy. Next week they play Ohio State. That's a big game.
Big game, biggest game of the year for them.
Coach Harbaugh has missed 1/3 of his suspension already. So they're like, if you miss the Michigan game, the only real miss you're having is the Ohio State game. And I think they think they're going to win that game because everybody's so fired up.
Have you heard whether or not the NCAA is looking into this outside of the Big Ten?
They agreed. Everybody drops everything.
Wow. 3 games.
He serves 3 games. The suspensions drop. The lawsuits drop. Everybody walks away. Hey, man, I don't know. This is the kind of thing. I agree. So this next story is horrifying.
Brutal.
So I'm not a hockey guy, so I'm going to let Kevin take this one.
Yeah, so this was I want to say this happened in England in a hockey match.
It was in England?
Yeah. I think
okay.
South Yorkshire Police and Nottingham, I think, or Sheffield. Anyway, 2 hockey teams are going against each other.
This is in England.
Yeah, it was in England.
He's an American hockey player.
Right,
playing in England.
Okay,
correct.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was in America. Okay.
So anybody who has their kids in hockey knows that one of the most dangerous things are the skates, of course, right? Outside of getting checked and all this other stuff. It's a pretty violent
You're
sport.
not going to die getting checked unless you break your neck.
You could, actually, because the boards don't give.
Right.
So there's kids who've been paralyzed. There's people. So that's why, like, with the little kids, they literally have stop signs on the back of their jerseys to remind kids that you shouldn't be hitting them right from the back, right? Because you can't cross-check like that into the boards. It's dangerous. It really is dangerous. And but another thing that kids wear, and that my son Charlie wore all during his hockey career, was a neck guard. And it goes around your neck, and the whole purpose of that, it's like a Velcroed in the back, and the whole purpose of that is to prevent inadvertent cuts from skates.
How many kids wear that?
I think through youth, it might even be through high school.
Really?
You have to wear a neck guard.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
it's mandated. The refs check them.
So your little kids always wear it?
Little kids have to, yeah.
When you're like 13?
I would think college maybe you don't have to.
Okay, so even like high school skaters have to wear it?
My understanding, I think high school skaters wear neck guards. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to check on that.
Okay.
Definitely through 8th grade.
I did not know that. I thought it was like optional. It's not optional.
Not optional, at least with kids through at least 13.
Okay.
So,
is it part of their uniform?
Yeah, I mean it's not like logoed or anything. It's just like a black guard. It's a Velcro thing
it's
that
like
goes
the
around
cup
your neck.
is in baseball, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and hockey players wear cups too for obvious reasons.
Right.
But, so anyway, this is a match happening in England, and there are incidents even in the NHL where skates have inadvertently gone up. Like a guy gets knocked down, his skate goes up, slices a guy's neck. It happens, right? There's I forget the guy in the Penguins. Literally, he's holding a towel. They're holding a towel up on his jugular because he's bleeding, and he didn't die.
Right.
Unfortunately, in this game in England, this guy died, and it is I have never seen this type of injury where a skate goes up. It looks to me to be intentional. And I don't know if you've seen the video.
His name is Adam Johnson.
He's the young man who died. Yeah.
Young man, 29-year-old. Wow. And then I wanted to put the video on here, guys. I couldn't handle it.
It's tough.
I couldn't handle it.
Especially because he died.
The guy that hit him, he did it on purpose. He literally,
you can tell from the video.
But I don't think he intended to kill him.
He intended to harm him.
He wanted to hurt him.
Yeah.
He lifted like a karate kick, and he's got a freaking blade on the bottom. He lifted it up, and it just went right into Adam Johnson's throat. And so Adam Johnson goes down, and you could see on the ice, there's blood on the ice already. Like he hit the ground, there's already blood on the ice. And he gets up, and he starts coming towards the camera. Eva, his whole shirt was completely red in blood. He was gushing blood out.
Yeah,
I did not put it on here, and I've never felt that way about a video on LockPod. So
this is a sad show.
It's a lion cheating and stealing. Lion cheating and stealing.
So at first, it's reported as it's a tragic accident on the ice.
It was reported
That's how
that
it
way.
lasted for a day or two.
Right.
And then you start hearing mutterings like, was this intentional?
It was.
This guy's gotten in trouble before for on-ice stuff. And now someone gets arrested.
I think if anybody who watches hockey or anybody that knows hockey or has seen people play hockey involved in it, you don't believe this is a natural situation. It is a person trying to harm someone. I agree with what the mayor said, that he's not trying to kill him, but it resulted in death, and that's called manslaughter, which is what he got charged with.
It's like if I get into a fight at a bar and I punch somebody, John, and when I punch that person, they have some type of embolism in their brain that blows up.
Or falls back and hits his head on the bar.
Okay.
Right?
And I had no intent. I just wanted to punch him in the face. I had no intention on blowing up an embolism in his brain, or I didn't anticipate him falling and hitting his head on the way down, but that happened. And I get charged with manslaughter because I killed somebody. Even though I had no intent to kill somebody, the fact is it's called manslaughter because there's no intent required.
That's right. And it results in the death of it. It's like a negligent or reckless or intentional act that results in the death of a person, right? So, and it's also like sometimes called second-degree murder, heat of passion. Sometimes you hear, although that.
How about
that
this? I'm a race car driver.
That includes intent.
I get pissed off and I flip my car around and I go the wrong way and I crash head on into another car driver.
That just seems like negligence to me.
But like, okay, but nonetheless, like what I'm trying to say is like even in sports, you could be charged with crimes.
I think there's a thing when we learn in law school called mens rea, right? You have to have this intent or criminal, or not necessarily criminal intent, but intent to harm in this case. And he did. I think he did have intent to harm. He didn't have intent to kill him,
right?
But it resulted in his death. So
you know what I noticed interesting? So this guy gets arrested. We all know the name, but the media, look at these headlines: man released on bail, man arrested, man arrested, man arrested. No one's saying the guy's name. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
They do that. Well, you know what? They do that, like with like mass shooters. They try not to say the shooter's name for a while.
But like, yeah,
I mean, I've never seen it.
That is weird, John. You're right. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Really, really wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually, I mean, it's like their names all over.
No, a coordinated effort to not say this guy's name.
And this guy's going to prison.
Yeah,
I think he is.
He's going for 4 or 5 years. And
at least.
He'll never play hockey again. So.
It's got to be the first, like, on-ice murder, right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean...
That's a good question. I doubt it.
Yeah,
really?
I doubt it, too. Yeah. I bet you
hockey.
Same kind of thing. Somebody hit somebody and they broke their neck or something like that. Their head hit the ice before they wore helmets.
There was a couple hockey players in the NHL a while ago that I know got arrested for for battery or some significant aggravated battery because they kicked the shit out of somebody.
Just because you're in sports playing a game doesn't mean you're not going to get charged with a crime.
That's right.
Right. All right, so let's move forward. We're going to come back and talk about our congressmen fighting each other, challenging witnesses to a fight. This is good stuff. We're
elbowing
back
people in the hallways.
It doesn't get worse. It gets better.
Yeah, so stick
lying,
around.
cheating, and stealing. This episode. So we saved this one.
And hitting and violence and death. Destruction.
Welcome, Eva.
Byway Brewing, a family-friendly microbrewery, welcomes you to their spacious tap room and outdoor patio. Enjoy award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven menu, and craft draft cocktails. Their unique brewing equipment and production facility provides a perfect backdrop for private events, whether it's a bridal shower, reunion, corporate party, or a corporate party. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site. Customer service is our top priority at Byway Brewing. Just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer.
Kuklakis Law. Are you currently navigating complex legal challenges, unsure of where to turn for guidance? Your search ends here with Kuklakis Law, your trusted partner for legal solutions in Indiana and Illinois. Whether you're seeking expert representation for real estate transactions, need assistance in forming your business, or have experienced a personal injury at work or in a car crash, Kuklakis Law is here for you. No matter the nature of your legal issue, their team is ready to help. Call Kuklakis Law today at 219-671-6347 to schedule your free consultation. Hablamos Español. Should have had you read that. Your Spanish is better than mine. All right, Eva, you going?
Wow.
Rogers.
Oh,
it is.
Here, I'll do Rogers. You do tortillas.
Eva, you don't know Spanish.
Eva, you do tortillas. I'll do
Okay.
Rogers. When you demand
I didn't know I was doing another ad.
When you demand nothing
is
but the
getting
best
weird.
for your home and family, trust the industry leader, Rogers Roofing. For over 54 years, they've been transforming homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. Their commitment to quality shines through in their roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the most comprehensive warranties in the business. Visit our website at rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 to schedule your free consultation. That's rogersroofing.com, 933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
Tortillas Nuevo León. Tortillas Nuevo León.
Absurd.
This is a good one.
I told you her Spanish was better.
Sets
we're
the
taping
gold
this one.
standard in Mexican cuisine. Are you going to let me
Wait,
do
start
the
over.
ad?
Start over because we are going to record it. Okay,
Jeez.
go ahead.
Tortillas Nuevo León. Now I can't talk at all. Jeez.
Perfect.
Tortillas Nuevo León sets the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for their iconic red and white label at your local grocery store. Indulge in the finest Mexican products crafted with local expertise and savor the taste of authenticity. Discover the flavors.
Sorry. Finish. Sorry. I thought you were done.
Jesus. Discover the flavors of Tortillas Nuevo León today.
Ready?
Ready.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia. de todo corazón.
I
Oh,
love
I like the
Eli.
twirl.
Eli's
Good.
on every episode of
Yeah.
ours.
I love
We
him.
love him. Even though we don't see him as much as we used to.
I
Eli, come
know.
back.
Hear him.
Come back.
Come back, Eli. Play some music for us next episode.
Representative Andrade, Eli, we miss you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Oh, by
go.
the way, thank you to our episode sponsor, Powering Indiana Lake County.
Thank you, Dodie. Powering Indiana, Lake County. She texted me after Mayor's Night. She's
Oh.
such a sweetie.
She was like, "Don't worry, Mayor. You're the best."
I know.
Yeah,
It's like I have people like that.
It's
in my
always
life.
to
It's
have a
nice.
good Dodie in your background.
for
Dodie
sure.
is a sweetie. All right, we're not supposed to talk about Dodie when we talk about Powering Indiana, Lake County. Though.
That's right. It was just a.
I just like her
unrelated.
in general. It's
Totally
unrelated to
unrelated.
Powering,
Unrelated.
but I do love Dodie. But it has nothing to do with Powering Indiana, Lake County. I just want to make that
Who happens to be our
extremely
episode
clear.
sponsor. Thank you.
Right.
All right, we're going to the halls of Congress.
The hallowed halls of Congress.
For our violence portion of the show.
Let's go to the mecca of
Fraud and
democracy.
violence. Here we go.
Fraud and violence.
The
Let's
people's
go.
house.
Lying, cheating, stealing. I love this episode.
So you may remember that Kevin McCarthy used to be the Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
And remember that?
I remember
and,
that. It was a short tenure, but
it
I do
sure
remember.
was. And it wasn't Democrats that got him kicked out. It was 8 of his fellow Republicans.
Dang.
One of which...
Well, all the Democrats voted to get him out.
True, but he
Right.
needed 8 of his Republicans to... And by the way...
If he kept his caucus together, he'd still be there.
Fair enough, but a fellow Republican's the one who made the motion.
Yeah.
And who brought it up.
Okay,
So, all
there you
right.
go.
So it was... and one of those 8 is Representative Tim Burchett from Tennessee, who actually represents Eastern Tennessee. I heard him on a really good episode of The Daily, if you listen to that podcast by the New York Times. Real interesting guy.
Yeah.
It was good,
That was
right?
a good one, yeah.
And so Tim Burchett is kind of a good old boy from Tennessee, kind of sees things pretty straight and narrow. And he was walking down a hallway in the House of Representatives, and he gets an elbow right in the kidney, right to the kidneys. And guess who it was? Kevin McCarthy.
What? The Speaker of the House? The former Speaker of the House?
Not possible.
Congressman Burchett alleges that McCarthy elbowed him in the back as he was speaking with a reporter, and that the Republican chased after him. I ran after him and said, "What'd you do that for?" He had to I didn't do anything. Hey, Kevin, have some guts. Called him a jerk. And here's part of that interview. It's great. First little bit here.
Yep.
Thanks, John.
With Claudia from NPR, a lovely lady, and when she was asking me a question, and at that time I got elbowed in the back, and it kind of caught me off guard because it was a clean shot to the kidneys, and I turned back, and there was Kevin, and I for a minute I was kind of, what the heck just happened? And then I chased after him. Of course, he's as I've stated many times, he's a bully with $17 million in a security detail. He's the type of guy that, when you're a kid, would throw a rock over the fence and run home and hide behind his mama's skirt.
So then just explain. So you cheat.
He sounds exactly like I thought he
Exactly. And he's just like a no-nonsense dude that represents
that
his
guy.
people in Tennessee. I like him, too.
You don't fuck with guys from Tennessee,
I
man.
know, I agree. And he's like...
especially Kevin McCarthy, little weaselly California dude.
And he kind of said that. He said, "Go back to Southern California,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "You're the kind of guy that throws a rock and goes hide under your mama's skirt." And I was like, "That is so great. That is so great. That is so good." So
My mama never wore skirts.
no,
She
in
wore
Tennessee
pantsuits.
maybe they do. But
My mama wore pantsuits.
so anyway, that's Tim Burchett's experience in the halls of. And Kevin McCarthy said, "It's a narrow hallway. I didn't do it." I'm
Of
like,
course he
"Oh,
did.
right?
Did
Right.
you watch McCarthy's response?
No.
I wish I had it, but it's so obvious he's lying. He's full of shit. He totally elbowed him in the kidneys.
All right, so this next one is we're in a Senate hearing with Bernie Sanders, who's the chairman of the Senate subcommittee.
Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee.
And there's a Teamster president testifying in the hearing. Now, there's another dude I won't mess with. I won't mess with a Teamster.
Not usually from Boston.
Our union dudes in general. I'm not going to fight a union dude, right? There's a union president. This guy is not a wimp. I guarantee you, because he's fought plenty of fights to get to where he is, right?
Right.
And then you have a U.S. senator.
Who doesn't look like a wimp either.
No,
and I guess
wouldn't mess with that guy either. Come to think of it.
Former MMA guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Senator Markwayne?
No, yeah. See, that's what I mean. His name's Markwayne. That's a little bit of a Markwayne Mullin, man.
Markwayne? Markwayne. That's his
Mullin,
first name.
man.
Markwayne.
Whoa. No wonder he's
I got
tough.
2 first names.
If your first name is Markwayne, you're badass.
No, I think it's more like you got made fun of because
Yeah,
you Mark or you Wayne, man.
And then you're a badass.
I'm like,
because
I'm
you gotta-
Markwayne.
You're gonna have to fight. It's like naming your boy Sue.
Yeah.
Right? Boy named Sue.
Oh,
You gotta learn to
that's-
grow up and fight.
It's a Johnny
Right?
Cash song,
I
right?
know it is.
Boy named Sue.
If
Look
you
at
name your boy Markwayne, that kid's gonna grow up tough.
You Mark or you Wayne, dude?
All right,
I'm
so,
Markwayne.
So we're setting the stage, and then you got Bernie Sanders, right?
Yeah.
Trying to mediate a fight between a Teamster and Markwayne,
2 tough guys.
Senator from Oklahoma.
Yeah, and so one thing that I just want our listeners to and our viewers to know is that this Teamster had sent or made some online social media posts about Senator Markwayne Mullin, calling him a clown and a fraud, and pretends like he's self-made. And so
let's
Markwayne
go.
had a chance to confront him about these posts.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be 2 consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
They're fighting.
Stop it.
Is that your solution, every poll?
No way.
No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold it. If we can't, no,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Wow.
Unbelievable. So
Talk about
what a-
fighting words.
What a whack job. But I mean, again, like it's like who's going to be the responsible adult in the room? You know, Bernie Sanders. I mean, like
Maybe
Exactly.
we do. We need more 80-year-olds in government, I think.
to keep
right?
everybody kind of calm.
Right?
Bernie had to be the one to remind him you're a U.S. senator.
Jesus, man.
And John, so then here,
Bernie's got his breakfast dribbling down the side of his mouth. And he's stopping
Look
to
at
fight.
him.
Yeah.
but he got everybody in line. So this is kind of funny. This is from another part of the hearing where the Teamster, with this great Boston accent, like kind of takes on Markwayne a little bit and gets back at him.
Hold it. Answer the questions.
All right, y'all won. He made a lot of statements, right? And his statements are fiction at best.
Fiction, I read them.
Can you answer?
What?
Answer the question, please.
I can't understand.
The guy
him.
behind him.
Play that again.
And his statements are
Play that
fiction
again. This is
at
great.
best.
Fiction, I read them.
Can you answer?
What?
Answer the question, please.
I can't understand him, to be honest with you.
I mean, listen to that Boston accent.
Yeah.
Was that Kennedy, the senator? Was it Kennedy?
No, that was Markwayne again. Like,
Yeah.
talking
No,
to
that
them.
was not Mark Wayne.
Yeah.
No, he
No.
was talking to the same guy, John.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And by the way, in this video clip, you can see his Teamster dudes in the background
cracking
laughing
up.
their ass up.
Play it one more time, John, because it's Markwayne like saying, "I read him."
The questions.
All right, y'all won. He made a lot of statements, right? And his statements are fiction at best.
Fiction, I read them.
Can you answer?
What?
Answer the question,
Jesus,
please.
dude.
I can't understand him, to
brutal.
be honest with you.
I can't understand him, to be honest with you.
Great, is awesome.
All right. So we got fights, we got elbows, and then we have the House of Representatives really trying to expel one of their own. Because last couple weeks ago, they said, no, we don't want to expel George Santos. And now the House Ethics Committee comes out with a report that Kevin read.
Scathing.
Yeah,
It is scathing.
I didn't read it.
And by the way, I before I forget, I want to give credit to a certain circuit court judge for that last. Really helped with some of the videos on that last one. But
Thanks, Circuit
yes,
Court Judge.
Yes. So,
I'm not sure who this person is, but whoever this Circuit Court Judge is, I'm sure that person. I'm sure he's great.
So George Santos, again, one of our gifts that keeps on giving. This House Ethics report is absolutely crazy, right? And so, as a result of the House Ethics report, George Santos decided he's not going to run again.
It must have been really bad.
It is pretty bad.
You're like, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
after a report comes out, I'm going to retire.
And this is what he said about the report.
If we don't watch it, Santos is not going to come on Lockpot if we keep on
You're right.
doing this.
Our request is still out there. He may come on. He may not be a congressman anymore. So he says about the report. If there was a single ounce of ethics in the ethics committee, they would not have released this biased report. The committee went to extraordinary lengths to smear myself and my legal team about me not being forthcoming. My legal bills suggest otherwise. It's a disgusting politicized smear that shows the depths of how low our federal government is sunk. Everyone who participated in this grave miscarriage of justice should all be ashamed of themselves. We, the people, desperately need an Article 5 constitutional convention.
And what's that?
I think that's like when the
He wants
states
to,
can
like,
redo, they can rewrite the Constitution.
Literally.
Right.
You could rewrite like they did in
On the Articles of Confederation.
1787.
That's exactly what we need.
1789, Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that'll help
87.
everything.
Well, we do need a new. We do honestly, but like for a number of reasons, but not because George Santos is getting it.
No, and this is the interesting thing. So some of the things in the ethics report I thought were really interesting, such as investigators say that cash contributed to Santos's election effort wound up being spent on personal expenses, including Botox treatment.
Oh, I didn't know you could do
purchases
that.
at Hermes and Sephora, and purchases at
Eva.
OnlyFans.
Eva, should I use Botox?
Absolutely not.
What what would happen? Like would I look
don't
younger?
I don't think so. I have no idea. You'll probably look stiff.
Really?
Yeah, I think Botox
Could you do it
takes out
anywhere?
wrinkles.
Oh,
Can you do it anywhere? Where are you thinking about doing it?
I'm just like asking a question.
Okay, if
for
the
God's
answer is
sake.
yes, where are you looking for?
She said it'll make him stiff.
Stuff, dude. You can't ask me medical stuff on air.
All right, but I don't want to lose the fact in this conversation that he spent campaign contributions on OnlyFans pages.
What's OnlyFans?
John?
John knows.
Why do we ask John?
John knows.
He's
Because
the IT guy.
I have an OnlyFans.
Did he subscribe? Did he spend money on you?
No.
Amy?
So
Yeah.
OnlyFans is a website where anyone, like Eva, for example, could start an OnlyFans, and people could subscribe to her page.
Oh, I've seen this.
And
For
she
like
posts.
my hands.
I've
Yeah,
seen this
She
stuff.
posts pictures of her hands. See, like that right there would be like $10 a month.
Really?
Wow.
Wow, I need to sign the hell up.
Yeah.
I
Really?
got 2 of them.
You got
I'd
nice
sub.
hands.
I'd sub that page.
I was going to say I'm in. Oh,
Could
John
you-
even
could
knows
you
the
be-
lingo.
If you put your hands up like that, could you have a picture of in the background with me in a bikini or
Wow.
something?
Yeah, you could.
Like with my
your
G-string,
Botox.
like
Yeah.
hands in
No,
front
your
of my
underwear
my
that you
bare
bought
ass.
from China.
It's like his hands are ugly, but his package is in the background. Like decent.
So this, I don't know if you've heard the developing story in the OnlyFans part.
No.
But this OnlyFans woman, a woman who has an OnlyFans page, tweeted that he subscribed to her page and she rated his member. 'Cause
What?
So that's a thing. Like you can
Come
submit
on.
pictures of yourself to an OnlyFans person, and they can like rate it. It's, I don't know, some weird kink.
So
I
like
guess.
Oh, goodness.
if you so if let's assume I'm on there, I could submit a picture, and the picture I choose to submit is a picture of my.
Yes, and
they
you'll
rate
like,
it.
I would
you'll like
just send a
DM
selfie.
her. Yeah. And they'll rate it. They'll like send you a voice
Would you be
memo
kind
like,
of afraid of the
"Hey,
rating?
Hey, that's a really nice.
Hey, that sucks.
Did you just get Botox?
Just so you know, I rated you a 1 out of 10.
Can you imagine?
Oh, God.
You gave her like $30 to rate it, and she says it's a 1 out of 10.
I've seen bigger.
So anyway, just so.
So, dude, this George Santos guy,
It
you're
just-
using campaign cash for OnlyFans.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He invented.
You can't do that. I take it.
No. Wait, he's like, was I not allowed to do that?
Really? Really?
un-
They're like, oh come on, I'm campaigning there.
And
Yeah.
these are, by the way, these are Republican members of Congress who are going after him. Same party. I mean, and
Well, he
kudos,
makes-
kudos
he
to them,
makes-
by the way.
He makes them all look bad.
Yeah, he said this. He invented fictional loans to his own campaign to trick donors and Republican committees into contributing to his election war chest.
I tell you what, I still want this guy to come on the show.
Oh, he's
If he comes
amazing.
on the show,
he's amazing.
Yeah, he would
Like
be.
it's phenomenal. I'd love for him to just be like
Congressman Santos, come on Lockpod. We will be professional with you. We will let you talk, and we will be professional, right, Kevin?
I want to see why he believes he's
Right, Kevin?
not guilty. Absolutely, I got a lot of questions for him.
Because, like,
but they'll be
honestly,
fair.
if he comes on Lockpod, he's doing, he's like, we're not going to take a cheap shot at him.
Oh no.
We're
I
gonna
want
be
to hear his
respectful.
story.
It's like a guest. Even though I may not like everybody comes into my house, when you come into my house, I'm not going to bring you in there and be a jerk to you.
That's right. I want him to
come to our house, Congressman.
Santos.
Come to our house, and we will treat you with respect.
That's right. Even if you want to Skype in, I mean, there's all kinds of questions.
If he Skypes in, do not send us a picture of his dick, though.
No.
Oh,
can't do that.
There you go.
Yeah,
you'll be fair with it. Will you rate it?
No.
He's tweeted
Eva,
since yesterday.
would you rate this for me, Eva?
We'll let Eva be our OnlyFans rater.
I'll be the rater.
Hey,
All right, good.
could I sexually harass Eva now that she doesn't work for me anymore?
That's up to you.
But like legally, I'm cool though, right?
Legally,
from
I'm
an employer-employee
cool, though, right?
relationship, yes. I can't say anything about what Marissa might do to you. But
Yeah, all right, that's obvious. I was just wondering, just a query, Sorry. All right, Eva, thank you for filling in.
No problem.
You're a
This
sweetie.
was fun, guys.
We're bringing you back. Good job. Jay Vez, another flawless show. We're challenging Vez with all these videos.
Yeah,
and all
that was a lot, man.
Thank you, John.
That was a lot.
John, that
Really
was a good show. And we're getting better at like entertaining our audience with video and stuff that we're pulling off TikTok, and I thought it was a good show, man. Great job.
Thank you.
Yes,
We did forget one thing though.
What's that?
Can we close out with this?
Please.
Markwayne tweeted after that explosive Senate hearing.
Okay.
Did you guys see
Is
this?
this a closeout,
Yes.
or are we going to play it and talk about
No,
it?
it's
Holy
just
cow.
a picture.
Video.
Just a picture.
Uh-huh.
No video.
Let's do it any place, anytime, and he's sitting there with a bunch of guns.
Like, it's like, come on,
Oh,
man.
my
So it's a picture of him with like 40 guns.
There's no way. Like, this is real.
He posted this?
These guys are clowns, dude.
I think you're
Bunch
right.
of
He was
fucking
called a
clowns.
clown, and I think that's appropriate for
He
him.
is a freaking clown, man. Idiot. So anyway, Markwayne, I'm sorry your parents named you that. I'm really sorry, Senator Markwayne. So, and then Kevin, great job. Compass. Eva, do you like that name for Kevin?
I do like Compass.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
for
so
sure.
appropriate, right?
Yeah. You want me to put it on the back of that shirt for
It's
you?
better
Thank
than
you for the Bucky shirt, by the
It's
way.
better
Yeah.
than having Kevin on the back of it, like he had
I
it
agree.
in the
Yeah,
Lockpod
Compass.
jersey. It's like we all have our nicknames, and Kevin's like Kevin,
What am I supposed to put back there?
Kevin.
the Compass,
Caboose?
the caboose. Yeah,
No,
we pitched it.
I'm not putting that.
We agree. So we pitched it.
I
and
mean,
the Compass.
you didn't
is
get on
10
John. He put Vesmar. I mean, was that some sort of
The
nickname?
Vez. The
The
Vez.
Vez.
Didn't
wasn't
say
it?
that.
Vez.
Didn't
The
say
Vez.
that.
The Vez. It should have been.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, Compass. Thank
All
you.
right.
I mean, Vesmar, I think, sounds...
It does sound. It is cool.
Vesmar
I'm
does
not
sound like nickname.
discounting that.
I don't know. On my phone, he's Vez.
The Vez,
Really?
right? Yeah.
You're Bay in my phone.
Hey.
Wow. Time to go.
Thanks for listening to Live Pod, everybody. Season 10, episode 21 is in the books. It was high quality, and it was lying, cheating, and stealing. Thanks for listening. We'll be back on Tuesday. Take care, everybody. Lock Pod's out.